In Memphis, we know a thing or two about resilience. From the grindhouse to the Delta, we protect what's ours. But when pests invade your home, it's time to fight back. Grade A Pest knows how to handle what crawls, flies, and bites. With local experience and guaranteed results.
I'm Reggie with Grade A Pest Control. We service the Memphis metro area. That also includes DeSoto and Fayette County as well.
Grade A Pest has the entire Mid-South covered. So if bugs and pests put you to the test, let Grade A solve your problem. In Memphis, nothing comes easy, and that's exactly how we like it. This is a city built on hustle, on heart, on grit. And at Carway, our rides are built the same way. Tough, reliable, ready for the grind. No games, no gimmicks, just Memphis-style service. Real, honest, and built on trust. Where grit meets grind, you meet your next ride. Carway, grit, grind, and Pink Beetles. Welcome to the Daily Grind, a Bluff City Media daily podcast. Stepping up to the microphone is your host, Luke Hatmaker. Grab your favorite morning brew, and let's get to the show.
And what is going on, everybody? Good morning to all of you snazzy and wonderful people. This is the Daily Grind. Obviously, not Luke Hatmaker yet again. You get Blockhead Jr. and Blockhead Kenny Stumblefield to my left. Shout out to Drew Gann for the name. But yeah, Luke still surviving without power. Hopefully he can get that restored over there in Nashville as soon as time allows, with all this stuff still trying to thaw out. But yeah, it's myself, Jared Davidson, and alongside me, Kenny Stubblefield. Kenny, my man, how you doing this morning?
I'm well. Listen, I just want to off the top rope.
Yeah.
We've seen the report. We're watching the report. We're trying to we're going to talk about it a little bit, but at this point, we don't have a whole lot. I'm 12 minutes into the 45-minute podcast. I got out of the bed at 7:00 this morning, overslept a little bit, and so I haven't had a chance to actually watch the podcast from Pablo Torre yet. But off the top rope, because I know there's going to be a lot of questions about it, and people are going to be like, "What the hell is happening?" We don't know.
Yeah,
it might be the worst possible headline of all time.
Does not look good.
That tweet was a devastating tweet about Robert Pera and his Ubiquity company. Really, really tough stuff. So, but I don't want to sound uneducated because I haven't watched the report or anything like that. And I'll be just behind the fourth wall. I told Jared about it when we got on here, and I was like, "Did you see this?" And he's like, "No." Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, that's just the headline alone is not good. Not good. So we're not going to go in depth until we kind of have all of our bearings straight on it, but we knew that it was going to come up. So
we just want to get out in front of it and say we've seen it, but we don't know anything. And obviously, that's crazy business.
Yeah, the headline alone does not look good. So I'm sure our 1 p.m. daily episode of the Anthony Sainz Show is gonna be I'm not gonna say a good one, but it's definitely gonna be one to watch.
Well, I don't know if like I don't
Because
know
I know
if
he sent it to you.
yeah, I don't know if Anthony's gonna talk. I don't know how in depth he's gonna go. But yeah, that's rough. I think
It's
it is. I'm like I said, I'm 12 minutes into the episode, and right now they're kind of doing background on Robert Pera's tenure as the Memphis Grizzlies owner. And they're talking about, and I completely forgot about the Battle of the Bluff when
Mhm.
Robert Pera challenged Tony Allen to a one-on-one match. And years ago, back in 2013, they put it to charity. They were going to have a big charity event for it. And yeah, that is they're just kind of clowning them right now over that.
Yeah.
But they haven't gotten to the major reports. Basically, the report is that Robert Pera's Ubiquity company, the technology that has made him a billionaire and made
Mhm.
him the youngest billionaire owner of a NBA franchise, is being used by the Russian army to target Ukrainian villages and people with drone technology. So that's like the worst possible headline. They're calling it in the headline. They say linked with attacks that have been called crimes against humanity by the UN. And Craig Browning says, remember, Elon Starlink is used by both sides extensively. It's not just Pera. Yeah, I'm not passing judgment outside of the fact that that's like the worst possible headline you could possibly have. I don't know any. Like I said, I'm 12 minutes into a 45-minute podcast, so
Yeah.
I don't know anything.
Yeah, we don't know a whole lot yet, but it is certainly something to wake up to on a snowy Tuesday morning.
A snowy, cold Tuesday morning, January 27th. That was not something that I expected to wake up to. That was crazy.
Yeah. Shock factor was like, oh, okay. We're doing that this morning. But yeah.
Let's move on
Anyway,
because that's
yeah,
all
let's
we
move
got.
on.
We're just
Anyways,
preemptively saying that.
The Memphis Grizzlies played a basketball game last night. If you want to call it a full basketball game, as soon as we got up by 10, I texted our group chat, Kenny, and I said, and we've lost. They had kept it from getting to 10 the entire game until like late in the third quarter. And then things started to go down a hill. The Memphis Grizzlies, they lose 99-108 to the Houston Rockets on the road last night. In what was it was like we've said, a decent game for the first 36. And I saw the tweet that sums it up this morning. The Grizzlies will play some great competitive basketball for 36 minutes and then play for draft positioning in the final 12.
Yeah, it's a wash, rinse, repeat type situation, right?
Yeah.
Like, I did the post game bounce with Evan Hayes last night, and I was kind of hot. I was pretty upset, just because I don't like to feel like I'm getting played as a fan. Because before starting Bluff City Media, being an owner of Bluff City Media, doing this media thing, I was a Grizzlies fan long before that, and so I'm an unabashed Grizzlies fan. I want to see this team succeed. I root for this team, and so there's a lot invested on the business side of it, because like even last night, like we saw it with the amount of people that tuned in to watch the post game bounce compared to earlier in the season when they were competitive. On the business side of things, it's better for us when the teams that we cover are good, right? Like it's so funny when I hear comments from people that watch the stuff that we do that say Bluff City Media thrives on the negativity, right? Like thrives on the negativity around the sports teams that we cover. And I can't possibly tell you how wrong-headed that is. Like it is better for us when the teams that we cover are competitive and are playing. I'm not saying win every game, but just competitive.
Yeah.
But even more so than that, as a fan of the Grizzlies, I want to see them win, right? And I know like you retorted back to me after I made the comment. The thing that really set me off was something that is a comment made by any play-by-play guy in the middle of a game. Pete Pranica, who is a legend in the city of Memphis and is the voice of the Grizzlies and is phenomenal at his job, talked about how desperate the team was to change up what they had done to try to win this game, or to basically they're desperate to win a game.
Yeah.
And my response to it was, well, maybe the players are, but it does not feel like the coaching staff and the front office are in a place where they are desperate to win games. And that
100%.
That really annoyed me last night, because if you are desperate, Jared, you're going to change things up the way that you do things, right? Like if you desperately want to win a game and a game is within the reach of winning, you're going to change up what you do to win that game. That's what coaching staffs do. And it feels like our coaching staff is embracing the tank, as Jaylen said, and saying basically we're going to continue to do the status quo and lose all these games in the fourth. We're going to be super competitive for 3.5 quarters and lose in the final 6 minutes.
Yep. And I tuned into a tiny bit of the post-game bounce last night. Amy and I were spending some time together last night and just hanging out watching TV. And so I tuned in. We had a little lull in what we were watching to do some stuff around the house. So I tuned in for a little bit, and it was about as depressing and annoying, not from you and Evan, but just annoying of it's same old. And I agree with the sentiment. As a broadcaster, it's kind of something especially when you broadcast for a team and not a national, not a national unbiased. It's one of those things that kind of has to be said. And as a broadcaster, I've had to say something similar before when my teams that I've called for have not been so good. And so I understand where Pete's coming from on that. But like you said, the players, they might be desperate for a win. But T.I. and the higher-ups definitely are not, considering things don't change. We're consistently every night getting our starters outplayed by the other team's starters, and just things don't change. We are a robot that is destined to give you the feeling of this team is looking like we're going to win through 3 quarters, and then as soon as that 4 gets thrown up on the scoreboard and the next 12 minutes go up, that robot is immediately programmed to start trying to lose.
Yeah, I mean, listen, and I know that is going to be put back on specifically moves that are made around the rotations in the fourth quarter. But these guys are getting paid millions of dollars to play this game, so I don't feel any kind of way towards like protecting their feelings, right?
No.
Like, but it's insane to me that you have, a guy in Cedric Howard who it is very clear to me that you are grooming him to be kind of one of the pillars of this franchise moving forward. And it feels like the Grizzlies are stuck in this limbo of the Grizz next gen era of Ja Morant and Jaren Jackson Jr. And yet it feels like they're honestly in some ways moving on from that. And so I guess my question is if you are moving on from that and you have drafted your guys in Zach Edey and in Cedric Howard, put them in the positions to like be in those high leverage moments to actually impact winning or impact loot. Like, and I said this, I want to make this clear. I'm not asking the Grizzlies to win every game. I'm asking them to give us a plan and a purpose for figuring out, like,
give us a direction
and say, hey, this is Cedric Howard is our guy moving forward. And so we're going to put him in these positions to be in there in high leverage moments so that he has the opportunity to learn and grow on how to do those things, how to play in those minutes, because playing in the first 3.5 quarters is different in an NBA game than playing in those final 6 minutes. And the only way that you get better at that is to actually play. And Cedric Howard sits out 3 to 4 of those high leverage 6 minutes every single game. And so that's a big frustration for me, is put him in those minutes, take him out of the game in the fourth if you need to at the beginning, but bring him back with 8-7 minutes left in the game and let him finish the game out. If that's what you're grooming him to be, let him be that guy.
Yeah, let him go to work. One positive from last night's game. He did shoot 0 of 6 from 3, but I keep loving what I'm seeing from GG Jackson, man. Like I saw someone say, it's like, oh, we're in tank mode. Of course, GG's going to be good. This is a little different than rookie year tank mode. Bad Memphis Grizzlies GG Jackson. GG is found a role. He has started to solidify that role and started to play better in said role. And you've seen the growth from game to game with GG Jackson.
Yeah, I've said this across all of the platform, like across this entire network. The thing that you like about what GG is doing is that he's doing things that are super repeatable every single game, and and the good part is they are super repeatable, and GG is repeating those things game after game after game, and adding more back into. He's playing hard defense. He's deflecting basketballs. He's getting rebounds. He is making the right pass. He's moving within the flow of the offense. GG Jackson's back cuts from the corner have become a real weapon with his size and his athleticism. And those things are super repeatable. They're not him ISOing the ball at the top of the wing and trying to break folks down and getting to the basket. Like, that's not what he's doing like he did a few years ago all the time. Things are coming within the flow of the offense, and they're coming within the flow of what a team play. And the good part is now we have multiple games, almost multiple weeks at this point, of data that tells us that these things are real. And I'm just telling you, like, we talk about Grizzlies needs for this draft and Grizzlies needs for what this looks like, and for them to have a championship window reopen again. GG and his size and his athleticism and his acumen on the court is what the Grizzlies have been missing from that three wing position.
For the longest time in Grizzlies history, it kind of feels like we're always missing that three. And GG has blossomed into that. Another bright spot, Cam Spencer had 13 assists. He's continued to be good in that point guard role. Only had 5 points. But I think Houston was guarding. He's starting to get guarded better on the three, and when he's your starting point guard, you're seeing the facilitation go up, which I love from Cam Spencer. The prop yesterday did not win. Did I miss it? Did Jock play?
Jock did not play. He was out for personal reasons.
Okay, I didn't. I missed that part. I knew he was questionable for personal reasons. Sunday. So I'm completely
all the props. Anthony's gas money bet.
No.
Rusty's prop bet from yesterday's Daily Grind show. All of them were null and void by 2:00 when we found out that Jock Landale was out for personal reasons. So none of the bets across the board. By the way, this we forgot to mention this at the beginning of the show. This podcast is presented by FanDuel. Shout out to FanDuel. We have another prop of the day, or prop of the morning to you, and we have It's a Trap coming up later on. But shout out to FanDuel.
Before we get to those, the Memphis Grizzlies had some positive news yesterday. The Rising Stars rosters were announced. The Memphis Grizzlies, they had 3, and what I put in here, the Rising Cubs, because they are the young Cubs of this Memphis Grizzlies team. The rookie class, Cedric Coward for the Memphis Grizzlies, and then the sophomores, Jaylen Wells and Cam Spencer. The best story for the Grizzlies continues to be Cam Spencer.
No, it's awesome. Like, the guy is he's a dog, dude. Like, he is a guy who is finding ways to be impactful with a limited skill set that should make him unplayable in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Like, he should just be a shooter, but he's not. He's a ball player. He's a playmaker. He's an assist getter. Like, it is the growth around his game. It is so funny to me how different of a ball player he is when he has to be the lead guy and when he's off ball. His ability to put the ball in the basket is at an elite level. his 3-point shot, I think he's 4th in the NBA in 3-point shooting this season.
I think you're right.
Percentage-wise. He was at one point number 1.
Yep.
But those were moments when he was playing off ball, when he was able to get those shots off. Now that he's having to take more of a lead guard role, you don't see his contribution dipping. You see his 3-point shot not being as effective, but you see him playmaking for other guys. And there were moments in this season when Cam Spencer was out there, the non-athletic lead guard as he is, the offense for a couple of games has looked better with him running it than it did even with Ja Morant running it. And he is a facilitator when he has the ball in his hands. He knows the game really, really well. He knows how to pass the ball. He knows how to pass guys open, which is such a skill in basketball. What a fantastic development by him. And they got him signed for 4 years and $2 million each year. What a crazy contract. I think ESPN put out a report like a couple of weeks ago that Cam Spencer was one of the main guys in the NBA that has outplayed his contract within the first 40, 50 games of the season.
It just speaks to how versatile he is too. Cause like you said, when he's off ball playing his natural position, a sniper, just moving off ball. And now when he has to be in this true point guard role, he can facilitate. And he's done that because he has double-digit assists in his last 5 games, 11 or more.
Yep.
So he's been good. Real quick before we get to our prop of the morning, daily grind, daily rewind, pretty chalk day in the NBA yesterday. Well, almost all the way chalk. Hawks beat the Pacers 132-116. The Hornets beat the 76ers 130-93. That whole young Hornets team, Kenny, they are fun to watch. The Magic have lost 4 straight now with a loss to the Cavaliers 114-98. The Celtics beat the Trailblazers 102-94. Lakers beat the Bulls 129-118. And the Timberwolves in the nightcap beat the Warriors 108-83. Any of those games, anything from those stand out to you?
Yeah, it is wild to me. This Orlando Magic team, we didn't talk about it much, but coming away from those Europe games with the Grizzlies versus Orlando, the Grizzlies went 1-1 on that road trip, lost in Berlin, won in London. And I remember Steve Nash got on the broadcast, I think in the London game, and he said he was telling talking about this Orlando Magic team, and he literally kind of under his breath, it kind of was one of those shots that just kind of flew over the radar a little bit. He talked about how the Orlando Magic roster just does not make sense. And it's got to be so frustrating for the Magic fans to know that they literally mortgaged their future for Desmond Bane, who in and of himself is a fantastic ball player, but just does not seem to fit this Orlando team outside of like what they need him, like what they wanted him to do and what he has to do for them to be successful. There's just not a lot of continuity to this team. Even they got Jaylen Suggs back in this game, and they still got beat by 16 against the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yeah.
Desmond was he was 7 of 17, 3 of 7 from the 3-point line. He had 19 points in 38 minutes. Jaylen Suggs played 27 minutes, only had 4 points. He was 2 of 13. Yeah. Really tough game for him coming back. He had a really nasty block and a dunk in that game that was pretty incredible. But I'm just, it is interesting to me how this Orlando team is a team that everybody thought was the dark horse in the East to come out of the East as out of the Eastern Conference Finals to represent the Eastern Conference in the NBA Finals, and they have just kind of scuttled it this year at this point, and they're just not as good as I think people thought they were going to be.
Yeah, their defense since coming back from Europe has been atrocious as well. 124 points, 119, 114, and then even that last game in Europe allowing 126. Kenny, before we take a break, brought to you by FanDuel, as you just mentioned, preluding. Got a prop of the morning to you. I'm not going to do the Irish accent. It'll be awful.
You can do it.
No, it'll be awful. But anyways, prop of the morning to you, where usually Luke goes and finds a bet, and he puts in. It's always plus odds with Luke because he wants to make money. So shout out to FanDuel for this segment. The Clippers play tonight. Trying to find. I have a Kawhi Leonard little 2-leg here. 30 plus points and 4 plus 3 sits at 264 for Kawhi Leonard.
Say those numbers. Okay, 30 plus points and 4 plus 3s plus 264.
Yep.
Who are they playing tonight?
They are playing the Utah Jazz.
Oh. Let me think. In Utah at 9:00. The Clippers have been kind of a crazy story this year, right? Like,
yeah, they're 15-3 in their last 18.
Yeah, like what a wild. Speaking of, we talked a little bit about the Pablo Torre report at the beginning of this episode. The Clippers have been another team that was involved in a report, a Pablo Torre finds out podcast, multiples. That situation just seems to have kind of fought like nobody, like what's happening here, right? Like anyway, I don't want to get into it, but it's just kind of wild how you know Steve Ballmer's over there going, "Thank you, God, Robert Pera, for getting all the attention off of me, from Pablo Torre's attention off of me onto you." The Clippers were really struggling for a long time, and now in the last 18 games, they're 15-3.
Yep,
and have rocketed back up to the standings in the Western Conference.
Yep. They're now 22-24.
Kawhi, how many games has he played in a row?
He's played every game since. He has played every game since it looks like December 15th. It looks like he's played every game since then.
How shocking is it that an NBA franchise, NBA team becomes pretty successful when their best player plays? Like,
it's a revelation, Kenny.
It might be that could possibly have, could be some correlation with the fact that Kawhi Leonard has been playing a lot since the middle of December, and they've won a lot of games. Like, I don't want to like overstep my bounds here, but that could be something that we could do an investigative report on. Your best players play, you win more games. Kawhi is awesome. 30 points is a lot.
He's averaging 28.8 this month.
I mean, bro, we're talking about plus 264 odds. You bet $10, you win $26.40. Is that how it works?
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe.
Yeah,
I would go for it.
It's like for me, I never put more than like 5 to 10 on a bet, anyways. Mm-hmm. So just a little. So I did something simple because last time he played Utah, he hit 6 threes and had 45 points.
Oh,
so
okay,
yeah.
So, I didn't look back at that. Yeah. I'll take it. Let's go. I'm hammering that. Prop of the morning to you.
There's your prop.
I'm hammering that.
There's your prop of the morning right there. Well, enough depressing basketball talk. On the other side of this break, we have a little draft day segment, not the movie, that Kenny and I are gonna do, and we will finish off with It's a Trap. So stick around, a little bit of fun coming on the back half of this episode of the Daily Grind. But first, we're gonna take a break for a word from some of our lovely sponsors. Kenny, go ahead and take us to that break, my friend.
In Memphis, we know a thing or two about resilience. From the Grindhouse to the Delta, we protect what's ours. But when pests invade your home, it's time to fight back. Grade A Pest knows how to handle what crawls, flies, and bites. With local experience and guaranteed results.
I'm Reggie with Grade A Pest Control. We service the Memphis metro area. That also includes DeSoto and Fayette County as well.
Grade A Pest has the entire Mid-South covered. So if bugs and pests put you to the test, let Grade A solve your problem. Memphis, it's going down. This Friday, January 30th, the Grizzlies go to war with New Orleans, and the city's watching together at Grind City Brewing. Big screens, cold beer, loud fans, real Memphis energy. Pull up for the Bluff City Media watch party at Grind City Brewing, where the beer is cold and the vibes are undefeated. Don't watch alone, watch it with the city.
There's one thing I just can't seem to shake that just doesn't seem right. Seems a little off this season. It's been explained to us. It's been like rationalized, I suppose. But Ty not playing yet? My spider senses tingle. Okay? Yeah, I just don't buy it. Was Jar's removal from the squad already set in stone before the season started? We've already seen BC come back and out again. That tells me a lot.
Something's fishy with how they're handling this calf injury. As a physical therapist, you know, he was immediately in the Ultra G. He's been in practice videos for weeks now. Weeks.
Yeah.
Still not playing.
I just wonder if we will only see Ty back on the court when Jar is off the roster.
I do agree. If we were 6 games, you know, top 6 seed, we were above 500, we were fighting for like a top 4 seed in the playoffs, I do think both Ty Jerome and Zach Edey would be back playing on this roster and playing games. I do believe that wholeheartedly.
Tune into the 2 Buck Sports Show with Rusty Witten and Drew Gann, Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel. In Memphis, nothing comes easy, and that's exactly how we like it. This is a city built on hustle, on heart, on grit. And at Carway, our rides are built the same way. Tough, reliable, ready for the grind. No games, no gimmicks, just Memphis-style service. Real, honest, and built on trust. Where grit meets grind, you meet your next ride. Carway, grit, grind, and Pink Beetles.
And welcome back into the Daily Grind. My name is Jared Davidson. Alongside me this morning, Mr. Kenny Stubblefield, rolling right along. You just saw some of our amazing sponsors. Shout out to Grind City Brewing, Carway, Grade A Pest.
Grade A Pest.
Yeah, go ahead.
Shout out to FanDuel. Shout out to all of our amazing sponsors. You should absolutely come out this Friday night. We're going to be doing a watch party at Grind City Brewing for the Memphis Grizzlies versus New Orleans Pelicans game. We're actually going to do a little bit of a pregame show live on the Bluff City Media YouTube network. And then we're going to watch the game together, big screens, loud, the surround sound, sound coming out of the big screen. Then just cold beer, really good. There's food trucks out there, gonna be awesome. And then immediately afterwards, we're going live from Grind City Brewing with the post game bounce.
Sweet.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. Come hang out with us at Grind City Brewing this Friday night at 7 p.m. Gonna be a blast.
And also shout out to everybody in the comments. There you go. To all y'all tuning in, popping this morning, as Luke would say. David Owens, Edward, Keelan, Kip, shout out to all y'all. I saw Jaylen earlier. Just thank you all for tuning in. Grizz Girl saw all y'all. Thank you all for tuning in this morning. But now enough sad basketball talk. Kenny, I texted you about this last night. It was kind of unique. I couldn't think of anything. We're gonna do a little bit of draft day segment, not the movie. But what I have in mind here is some of the best sports trophies that we have seen, and we've seen a lot of sports. One of mine comes from recently, but yeah, just three of the best sports trophies. They may not have to be the best like looking or just favorite. They can be unique, anything you like. But yeah, so
Give me 1 second. I got one more I'm bringing
Yeah.
up. We're gonna bring
Yeah.
up the pictures of them so y'all can see them. Mine are unique to like what I would love to win
Yeah.
if I was an athlete, like the way
Oh.
some of these players are. Do you want to go first or me go first?
I'll let you go first.
All right, let me bring this up. It'll knock you off for 1 second. Give me.
No, you're good.
Oh, we're good.
We're
All
here.
right. In my first round, I've got a sneaky low-key one that I'm going to wait. I'm going to save for later because I don't think you're going to pick this one. Sorry, I got a little tickle in my throat. So I need to drink some water real quick. I have become one of the things that I have become is a fan of golf. I'm a fan.
Yeah. It's fun.
I don't play. I want to play. I'm thinking about like we've always tried to just kind of give you a little background on why I've become a fan of golf. I like to watch. I'm a big time YouTube. I watch a lot of YouTube content, and YouTube golf is huge. I enjoy one of the cool things about YouTube is that it's given access to like there's really good content, really well done content, but it's also a lot of the professionals have come into the YouTube space, and you just start to really get to know a lot of these guys on a personal level outside of just what you see on the Golf Channel or on CBS, on Saturdays and Sundays during the golf season. And low key, like one of my favorite guys to watch has been John Rahm. He is a fantastic golfer, but he's also a really funny individual and is a really personable guy that you see in this YouTube content. So I've really become a big fan of him specifically. John Rahm is awesome. And we're also as a father of a son who has who's on the spectrum, who has autism, we're always trying to figure out, my wife and I are always trying to figure out like what are some things that we could do that would get him out of the house and like moving and staying active. Like he is a homebody, wants to be at home.
Mhm.
Home is his safe place, that kind of stuff. And one of the things about being on the spectrum is that it's very difficult for him to follow directions in a team atmosphere, if that makes sense. Like he doesn't process things as quickly as some of the other kids. And so team sports has always kind of freaked me out a little bit for him because, I don't want to set him up for failure. One of the things that we're talking about doing, he's 11 years old, is getting him into golf because it's one-on-one, or it's an individual sport where you can get out there, you're outside, and so we're talking about doing that with him. He seems to be interested in it right now, which is really, really cool. So for me, golf has become one of my favorite sports. And so because of that, a trophy that I would love to win and think is one of the coolest is the green jacket from the Masters.
Dude, that's solid choice. It's one of those that's just like, because you get sized for it. Eventually you get sized for it, you get fitted for it and whatnot. That's probably it's got to be a top 3 overall, like just in general. Because
it's so iconic, right? The green jacket, like folks know exactly what it is. Like all the time. Yeah.
That's great. No, dude, seeing that picture of Tiger from 2019 coming back and winning that. Oh, geez, I remember watching that
live
because I watched that entire tournament because like it was big the entire way. And after round 2, when Tiger was still in contention, you're just kind of like,
oh my God, it's happening.
Yeah. And round 3 comes along. It was close in the final round, and then he just kind of pulled away a little bit.
Yep.
Oh, yes.
Fantastic. The green jacket at the Masters would be a really fun trophy to win.
Yep. Okay. I like your point. I like your viewpoint here. My first one, it goes back to college football before the college football playoff because I really love this trophy, and nothing like crazy unique about it, but it to me it's like aesthetically pleasing, a lot better than the current college football trophy, Kenny. It's the old BCS, like the crystal football that is there. Yeah, you can see Nick Saban holding it up here. It's just the old, Nick Saban with a full head of hair and not a lot of gray yet. But
that's a beautiful trophy.
Yeah, it is. I love it's. It was a lot better. Just one of my favorite trophies. I thought about it, and that's kind of what inspired the idea of this because I saw it on a thumbnail last night.
Yeah,
I was like, man, the college football trophy used to look a lot better and just feel. It's one of those things like when you hold up a trophy like that, and it just feels like the importance of it. I look at the current college football playoff trophy right now, and I'm like, it's like a pillar of black and gold. Like, what is?
Yeah,
nothing feels special about that. You lift that thing up like Saban does right there. It just feels special and monumental to me.
That's the most expensive paperweight I've ever seen. Like that is 100%. Huge. You know what I'm
huge.
saying? Like,
yes.
like that's beautiful. I would be so afraid to pick that up because I feel like I would drop it 100%.
Yeah, man, that's dude, that's just one of my things. I saw it and I was like, that's one of those that you can go back and just feels monumental because you just did all that work to win it.
Yeah, absolutely. Good.
What's your number 2?
My number 2 is there is nothing about sports that excites me more than country versus country. I don't care if it is. I would watch a cricket match if you're telling me that it's the USA versus somebody else.
Yeah.
Like there are so many sports that I become instantly an expert on because the Olympics are on.
Mm-hmm.
I am a massive fan of the Olympics. And so for me, it's the Olympic medals, specifically the gold medal. I think that it would be so dope. Like there's got to be something about representing your country and winning would be so iconic as an athlete. I could not imagine. You even saw it. It's crazy how Steph Curry is one of the greatest basketball players to ever play this game. The best shooter of all time. The best shooter is Stephen A. Smith that God ever created. And he never had the opportunity based on because Golden State was so good for so long.
Yeah.
They were always playing late into the NBA season.
And it would butt up right with the Olympics.
And it would butt up right against the Olympics. And so he never really had a shot to go and play. I think he was injured a couple of times when like other things were happening, like FIBA stuff and stuff like that. So he never got to play for Team USA.
Olympics gold medal is a lot better than the FIBA gold medal.
Yeah, but this is such a dope. Like he talked about how that was this last one in France. Thank you. Good Lord. How that was him playing for that team and the moments that he had in the semifinal and the final of the NBA of the Olympic basketball, how crazy it was. And just kind of a capstone to his career. And I could not imagine, like, it has to be such a monumental thing to win a gold medal or even medal at all for your country. Like, that would be so crazy.
That's why they included on Basketball Hall of Fames, because like you have to be good enough to get on those said teams.
Right.
And B, your contribution to winning that thing is valued. Steph and his contribution to that 2024 Paris Olympics team, where LeBron and KD are passing up the ball to let Steph go to work in the fourth quarter in the final game. Dude, some of the best basketball I think I've ever watched in my life from Steph Curry right there.
Yeah, like you've got to go back and rewatch. What was didn't Netflix put out a documentary about this team?
Yeah, they did.
It was about I think they were highlighting the Canadian, Serbian, the American team and the French team, I think, is who they were kind of following around. And the behind the scenes footage of that entire, like even the France versus the United States game in the finals was just a movie, man. It was a movie.
And now speaking of country versus country, we have the Winter Olympics that start in February. Roughly 14 days.
Yeah.
No less than that, 10 days. So the Winter Olympics start in 10 days, and the World Baseball Classic is this year in March. So we got a lot of country versus country.
I love it. I love country versus country.
I do too. And the World Baseball Classic is one of the most electric things as well. Besides the point. All right. Number 2 for me is one that is I have thankfully gotten to watch my team win. It's unique college football rivalry. Arkansas and LSU, the Golden Boot, because Arkansas and LSU, those states make a boot. And just to me, it's a badass trophy. Like I've seen my team win it. I saw Arkansas upset LSU one year, and we hadn't had it for 3 years, and we rushed over to the LSU sideline and snatched it from their sideline with the LSU players still on the sideline. So, but man, I love it. So like, that's just, to me, that's personal because like I've seen my team win it. It's always one, no matter how bad we are or how good LSU is and vice versa. It's always one that's going to be close.
Yeah.
Like this past year was close, even though we won 2 games, and fired our head coach before that, but it was still good. But yeah, just one of those things, man. It just looks phenomenal.
You know what's sad to admit? I love this trophy, and I know it means a lot to LSU and to Arkansas fans, but it is so sad to me that I feel like I would fail the test if you told me what 2 states are those right there that are represented in that trophy. I am not a geography guy. And so
it's a state that borders Memphis very easily.
I know. I know. It's crazy. David, shout out to David.
Shout out to David.
He said, I love that Jared is just a living, breathing sports encyclopedia. Like, I got to know Jared before Jared started doing shows with Bluff City Media as a commenter in the comment section who always brought the facts. And we always be like, Jared, tell us what this is. Jared, tell us, do this. Jared, figure it out. Like, he was our encyclopedia on the go during the middle of shows, and he would bring the facts. So yeah, he'd bring stats and all that. This is the guy. He's got a big brain in that blockhead of his.
Yeah, there's got to be something in here. Just rocks rattling around.
So this one is important to you. The boot is important to you, right?
Yeah.
As an Arkansas fan. There's a Memphis Tiger one that I really, really like. And it is, I think, one of the cooler trophies out there. And it is the backstory of it is what makes it so cool. Memphis versus UAB.
I can't remember if this is UAB or not.
Is a rivalry that extends past just the sports that are being played on the court or on the field. There's a battle between Memphis and Birmingham on who has the better barbecue, right? Like, so you go to a Memphis versus UAB football game, and the tailgate is a bunch of ribs, a bunch of barbecue. Birmingham barbecue versus Memphis barbecue. They have entire competitions around it. It's great. So I don't know the backstory in terms of when this happened. But sometime in the not too distant past, the Memphis versus UAB football game became a battle of the bones. And it is literally I've carried this trophy around before. It weighs probably 95 to 100 pounds.
Daggum.
And it is a trophy that is the winner takes home, and it is literally a bronzed rack of ribs called the Battle of the Bones. And so whoever wins the Memphis versus UAB football game that year takes the Battle of the Bones home, the Bones trophy home with them. What's interesting about this trophy is that underneath that bronze that is covering those ribs are actual ribs. Like it was a rack of ribs that was bronzed and turned into a trophy. And so those are real ribs underneath that bronzed trophy.
That's awesome.
Tell me that's not one of the cooler.
Dude, that is awesome. Jeez, dude.
I love it.
I didn't know there's actual ribs. That's dope, dude.
Isn't that cool? It's like you see these grown football players, these big, strong, tough guys, and like they have to go and carry this trophy 2 by 2. Like they can't.
Yeah.
Like, you very rarely see one dude just go grab that trophy and pick it up and take it over to the sideline. Like you cannot. It's very, very, very heavy. But it's such a cool trophy. The Battle of the Bones. I love that trophy a lot.
That's awesome. My third and final one that I saw recently this past year and thought it was cool is from the Xbox Bowl from college football. Dang, I went all college football. I didn't even realize that yet. But yeah, so you have like the main trophy. What I want to focus on are the defensive and offensive MVP trophies that are right next to this whenever it comes up. So it's the Xbox Bowl trophy. And there it goes. So it's obviously the trophy's cool. You got like a little portable, I can't remember what they call that. But
is that a Switch?
No, it's Xbox has their own little version of a Switch, a portable thing.
Oh wow.
I think PlayStation has one too now. But anyways, my favorite cool middle trophy, the other two, the achievement unlocked for defensive MVP and offensive MVP. I saw a picture of that.
That's an actual trophy. Those are actual trophies.
Yeah. The achievement unlocks are actual trophies. And this is one I just found goofy, but two very unique and kind of cool.
Are you a gamer?
Yes. My Xbox is quite literally sitting to my left right now.
What do you play? What do you play mostly?
So recently it's been a lot of like Rocket League and I've strayed away from Call of Duty just because it hasn't been fun to me. Every once in a while, we'll find ourselves to come back to Fortnite. And when we play on weekend, I play on weekends with my buddies back from the Memphis area. And so like Rocket League and stuff like that, we have recently found some co-op like story games that we have been downloading and playing. And a lot of how do I describe it? There's these other games where it's like objective based where you're like trying to survive like Raft and whatnot, but I play a wide variety of things. I play a lot of sports games as well. But yeah, man. So yeah, my Xbox sits to my left, and usually Amy goes to bed. Amy is the non-night owl of us two, and I'm the one who likes to stay awake a lot longer. And so usually whenever after I get all my work done and she goes to bed and we hang out in the evenings after dinner and whatnot, she goes to bed and I come in here and I'll hop on for about an hour or two and just play. So I'll go to bed.
Edward says, "Oh, Jared, you want?"
Yeah, Rocket League is one of my Rocket League is one of my favorites. Yeah, Rocket League is one of my favorites.
Y'all should definitely connect. I am not a gamer. I like games, but I've never really owned a system before. It's weird, and I was thinking about it. There's a game that I found that is on my phone that. I know it's not the full game, but I was on Netflix the other day, and Netflix is now doing mobile games on
I saw that.
And I downloaded Red Dead Redemption.
Dude, that was probably one of the best games I've ever played through.
I have become addicted to that little mobile game on my phone. It is so much fun.
The Xbox, the console version of Red Dead is. It's a fun story to play through. It
has made me start to think about maybe I want to go get me a system and play Red Dead because like that, it is a lot of fun. Is it really? Like I didn't.
Yes, it's one of those. It's one of those like especially the first one. There's two of them. The first one is one of those that's just. It's one of the ones that's like the best way you can describe it.
Really? Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, the Netflix mobile game version of it is fire, bro. Like I've played through it now twice, and I'm still finding new challenges, new things to do on it. It is great. I love it. It's making me want to go and invest in an actual system and play. I love 2K. I really enjoy the not the career mode. I like the franchise mode. I love like I used to play it a lot on my computer. I bought it through Steam, played it on my computer and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, a lot of fun. I I don't have a lot of time as it is to get to like be able to do extracurricular things.
Mm-hmm.
And so I know like I have to be very careful with what I invest my time into because I will be addicted to like this. I'm finding that this Red Dead Redemption is really addictive. And anyway.
Yeah, no, it's one of those things like I'm someone who I do a lot of outdoor things without like during my free time as well, like you said. But it is one of the things that like Amy knows. Amy knows it's like one of the things that like I've done for a long time. And it's just kind of like a decompressed getaway for a while, especially after work and whatnot. But no, it's one of those things, man. It's just I've been gaming for a while, so
that's cool.
But
Edward asked, or he said, PlayStation should have dropped the PSP. I stand on that.
The PSP was so ahead of its time. Like it was basically like a portable PlayStation. Yeah, is so far ahead of its time back then. When the Game Boy came out,
is that their Switch?
So that was like back when like the Game Boy and DS were big things.
Okay.
Like they were just way ahead of their time with it and disbanded it too soon. So
wow,
yeah. Kenny, we do have one more segment to help pay the bills around here. So, that's our draft day. Some of our cool favorite little sports trophies. But Kenny, it is time for your daily dose, brought to you by FanDuel, of It's a Trap. Brought to you by Admiral Akbar. Rest in peace, Kenny. With where we are in the current NBA season, best odds or the odds to win 45 regular season games. Here's how it works. I give you 3 bets. You have to pick which one is the trap. You ready?
I'm ready. I if you say the Memphis Grizzlies line, I'll be able to tell you if it's real or not.
Oh, you're lucky they're not on here. I tried to find something Grizzlies related. All the odds were too bad. FanDuel would not even show me a play-in odds for them last night. So
it's crazy. I said the same thing on Anthony Shaw. I was trying to find play-in odds a couple of weeks ago, and they have switched it up. It's not on their futures anymore. It's got its own tab in
I even looked on its own play-in tab, and I did not see the Grizzlies last night. So
things are down.
Yeah, things are down. So Kenny, it's a trap to win 45 plus regular season games. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. First, the Miami Heat at minus 320. The Los Angeles Clippers at minus 122. And the Atlanta Hawks at plus 300.
All right. So right now, Miami's at 25 wins.
Yes.
You said the who? The Clippers?
The Clippers at minus 122. And then the Hawks at plus 300.
I am at 2-0 in the all-time It's a Trap. I am the only undefeated player in the history of It's a Trap. And so I'm going to go with and both times that I've won, I've just gone with my gut. All right. Okay. Atlanta Hawks are in the East.
Yep.
They're at 25 wins, 23 wins.
I think, they're
23 wins right now. Miami's at 25 wins. Both of those are in the Eastern Conference. It feels like to me that the Eastern Conference, you have a better shot to get to 45 wins because it's the Eastern Conference and because they're not as good of teams. And so you're gonna play more teams that are not as good. And if you're on a run, you can do it. Miami is a team. They're 25 wins, so they need to win 20 more to win this. LA is at 21 wins. LA Clippers are at 21 wins, right?
Yeah, 21, 24.
The Western Conference is more difficult. They've got to win 24 more games to get there. I'm going to say the LA Clippers number is a trap.
You got it. You got it. So I tried to get you because we kind of went into some Clippers talk, and unintentionally I thought that would kind of swayed you. So the Miami Heat are minus 320. The Philadelphia 76ers are the minus 122. The Los Angeles Clippers are plus 280 and the Hawks are plus 300.
Yeah.
Kenny,
My reasoning might not have been great, but ultimately I got it right. 3-0. 3-0.
Still undefeated.
Undefeated.
The thought with how good the Clippers were playing recently, I could try to sneak one by you.
I just think the Western Conference is very difficult, and they've got a lot of ground to make up.
Yeah, they
and
do.
So 45
See,
wins in the Western Conference is different than 45 wins in the Eastern Conference.
They'd have to be 45 and 37 in the end, so they would have to go 24 and 13 the rest of the way.
They can do it.
They can do it.
But the odds are not in their favor.
All right. All right, Hunger Games. Can't remember her name for some reason. Anyways, real quick before we get out of here, we have
Everdeen. What are you talking about?
Well, no, I know it's Katniss, but she's not the one who says it.
What's her name?
Yes, her.
Favor.
Anyways, dang, we've gone a long time this morning. Real quick before we get out of here, Kenny, it's Tuesday. That means Tubing Tuesdays. What are you and the fam, or just you? What are y'all watching? I
am watching. I like to have stuff playing in the background when I'm editing. And so right now I am running through Yellowstone again. Watching Yellowstone. I'm on season 5. Everybody's about to die. So watching that. And right now, because of all the snow, I can tell you, my wife is so funny, man. Like, I can tell you what mood she is in by what she's watching on TV.
Gosh.
When there's nothing that scares me more when I walk into the house and she is curled up on the couch and watching You've Got Mail. There's nothing that scares me more than when she's watching what's the show? Gilmore Girls.
Oh gosh.
Those are her jams.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times it means that Kenny has done something wrong. And so I'm in trouble. When those two shows are on, I'm in trouble. When I go in and she's watching Harry Potter, it's a good day. Like something good. I've done something right. And so the last couple of days have been Harry Potter. Last night was Gilmore Girls, and now I'm scared. And so when I get off this podcast, I'm going to go downstairs and make sure everything's okay. So
Godspeed, my friend. We're Amy and I are still rewatching The Flash together. We've gotten season 5 now. It's just something that we both like. It's a show that we both love. I don't know. She never finished it all the way through. I have. So once we get to like season 6 is when she stopped. So everything past the middle of season 6 is going to be new to her. We're getting close to that. We've heard a lot of good things about it. We're actually going to start it today. His and Hers on Netflix with all like the twist and whatnot. So we're going to start that here today, since we are both still, I'm working remote and she is a teacher. So she's off with all the snow. They're probably out for the rest of the week, more than likely. But yeah, that's what we're watching over here. Kenny, well, we went way long today, but hey, when a good show is a good show, when you're snowed in, you can't really go anywhere.
Yeah, we ain't going. Yeah, ain't nobody going anywhere. Y'all sit down and watch the whole thing. I promise you, we're gonna be deep diving into this Pablo Torre report this morning. Once we get off the show, I'm gonna listen to the whole thing.
Yeah, that's one thing I'm doing as soon as we get off here.
And we're gonna have more information for you, more understanding of what's going on. The worst possible headline in the world. It is terrible. What's being put out there about Robert Pera and Ubiquity, but we'll figure it out. We'll kind of figure out what's going on and share our thoughts more as the day goes on Bluffsy Media's YouTube channel. $2 at 11, Anthony Sain show at 1, Tigers Untapped coming out today at 3:30. Come hang out with us, man. We'll be on, and then on the Bluff tonight at 7. So come hang out.
A whole slew of good shows here on the Bluff City Media Network. Well, thank you all for tuning in for a long version of the Daily Grind this morning, but it is what it is. It's when you're snowed in, you ain't going nowhere, so we got all the time in the world. For myself, Jared Davidson, that is Mr. Kenny Stubblefield. If you could do 2 things, almost forgot about this. 2 things. 1, be a little weird. Shout out Luke Hatmaker for coining this. We miss you. Hopefully your power comes back soon. 2, remember to smile. Have a good day, everybody.
Thank you for listening to The Daily Grind. If you enjoyed this episode, leave a rating and a review wherever you download your podcasts. Also, like and subscribe to Bluff City Media's YouTube page. We'll see you back here next time.